So Justine, where you been?
Oh shit, okay, we're starting. I am in a new location. I want to see, when is the last time I posted a video? I want the actual date. The last time I posted a video was September 14th, 2024.
October, November.
Okay, a lot of
months.
things happened. A lot of things happened.
So what you telling? You lost the love for it. You don't really care about this no more. That's what it seemed like.
No,
it took
that's
me.
not what happened.
It took the end of the year for Mr. 2K God to come around and be like, "Yo, Justine, it's time." This is the first time me and you have talked in like over like 3, 4, 5 months.
You're fucking lying. You're such a liar. First off, no. I'm the one who's telling you that we need to do this video. So you didn't have to tell me nothing. I told you, when are we doing our end of the year video?
Yeah, and then like this is what, engaged you to come back to the good old tube. So,
This was not the only reason though. I moved.
Dang.
I moved, so I have a new place. And then I started building this home office. This is my OG, like, filming area. This is basically my old bedroom at my dad's house, but it's like completely redone, like repainted, remodeled, a bunch of stuff. So obviously you can't see this like little area is blocked off, or like you can only see this little area, but everything else is being like built around it. It looks so good. It looks so good. I'm so excited. But very, 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 very soon, I'm gonna be filming again. This is like the start of me coming back, I swear. And I finished school, and school was a huge time consumer for me. I graduated.
So you're just dropping the whole entire dump on my shit.
Well, you just said, where have you been?
Oh
I'm
yeah,
gonna
where you
still
been?
say it on my video too. I'm just saying, like, for the people who watch, and if they're like curious, I guess.
Why you don't be telling me stuff no more?
First off, we talk all the time, so.
Justine, you know what? You know what I got?
What?
I got a roly with a dab of ranch.
Why are we doing this in 2025?
Why are we doing what in 2025?
Is that like a little? You trying to bring up something else by saying that? You know, anyone can have a Rolex, right? Before we start though, I think it's only right to ask for a wave check.
Why the fuck do I need to do a wave check?
Your hair looks.
This ain't even a do-rag. Like, wave check?
Your hair looks so big. You look like Marge Simpson right now. If that shit was blue, oh, it'd be over.
I ain't gonna lie, Justin, you doing tricks on it.
You need to relax. You need to relax. Are you ready? Are you truly ready to argue?
I'm a grown-ass man. I don't argue.
Well, we're definitely not going to see eye to eye on a lot of these things.
Justin, we're in the 4th anniversary. The first time was December 21st, 2021. How do you feel?
Mind blown that all this fucking time has gone by, but
I can't wait till I upload the video and then just see the same comments. Niggas saying the Washington Wizard is back. Damn, this nigga fiending.
It's like people haven't seen our friendship for like 3 fucking years at this point now.
And it's like, fuck you, nigga.
You're gonna cut that out.
Justin, I'm keeping that in. Like, nah, we like going into the. I even said this on my stream. Going into 2025, we need to bring back racism. Not like the racism where niggas are slaves and shit like that. We need to bring back the funny racism. Like, we just need to bring back funny racism. There ain't nothing wrong with a little bit of funny racism. Like, sometimes I call you a cartel crusader, but that don't mean nothing. That's just some funny racism.
I mean, I'm not mad at funny racism.
Yeah, see? Like, who cares if, like, someone calls someone a cartel crusader? Like, it don't matter.
I mean, I'm pretty whitewashed, so it's a little ironic, but... Yeah.
Whitewashed is crazy.
I am. I'm just being
honest. Well, that's what I'm here now. I'm here to blackwash you.
I don't know what that means, but I'm good.
Well, what the fuck does whitewash mean then?
Let's start.
Do we have to? Oh yeah, that's right. You gotta be somewhere since you don't like care about me.
That's not true. We have like an hour and 15 minutes though. But knowing us,
that hour and 15 don't matter.
Okay, Miles, I'm asking you seriously, with all the other like albums you're gonna go through.
Yeah, are you rushing me?
Well, it's supposed to be top 10.
No, it's top 10 for you.
Okay, well you could do your top other 70,000 on a
So
different video.
you basically is like, yeah, Miles, chop chop. I don't got all day.
Yes,
What the fuck?
that's exactly what I'm saying.
Can I like explain how I want this video to go before you start saying all that? Okay, first of all, I'm not like this. It's not like it's 2020, 2021 where I just got these deep ass albums that I'm just gonna spread my asshole on. I'm gonna simply just, you know, talk about, you know, I'm gonna just say the album names. I'll talk about probably a few, and then, you know, that'll be it. But, you know, we got to get through 47 albums. This is the fourth anniversary edition of Mr. 2K God x Justine. Technically this is like the fifth anniversary because of the Idol, and I really do miss the Idol. If you guys have any shows that y'all want us to watch, any bad shows, please leave them down below, because I really want to watch a shitty show with Justine again. And, you know, those days I miss. Other days that I also miss are the days of unemployment, where I could just stay up whenever I can, and when I could just stream whenever I want to with Justine until 5 a.m. But sadly, we are grown adults now compared to back then when Justine was also unemployed, and now we are both employed and we're both successful in life. Justine has graduated. I'm the one that brought her back. I'm the one that, you know, got her back up onto YouTube, especially since the only platform she was posting on was Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram.
Barely Twitter, but yeah.
You're welcome, everybody, that I brought this beautiful, magnificent specimen back onto the internet. The music year was a, you know, it's a good one. It was a good one. I would like to start off this video with a beautiful announcement. It's not an extreme announcement, but I feel like in 2025, not only me should do better, but Justine should also do better with our uploads. I feel like last year there could have been so many I think out of all these albums, I don't know how many of these albums I actually filmed, but I feel like at least 40 of these albums could have been recorded on film. So having that said, I feel like this year I will be doing extremely better with my albums, especially with tomorrow being Friday. Like, there's new albums coming out Friday, so I'm going to throw my vow in right now. I'm doing better with my albums this year. There should be no reason I'm rushing out albums in like minus 10 to 15 days of the year. So, oh yeah, Justine, what albums last year did you not listen to yet?
Okay, yeah, I need to give a disclaimer because I feel like people are gonna be mad at my list, but I moved into my new place October 16th. So I would say October is when I started like getting shit all together, taking apart my setup, like boxing things up. So I didn't listen to like some really big releases towards the end of the year. So like I'm not, because I wanted to wait and do it on camera, okay? Also, I was finishing up my senior semester before graduation. There's a lot that's going on. I didn't listen to Tyler. I didn't listen to Kendrick. I didn't listen to my Go Eat. There's like anything from like October on, I didn't listen to. So please take that with a grain of salt when you do not see certain albums on my list. It's because I haven't listened to them. But with that being said, I'm obviously gonna film those albums, and those will be up in January. So
who's editing those? So I have my job back.
please.
You know, we'll see. You know, a young man be, you know, working out in the cold for 9 hours a day. So, you know, we'll see. All right, well, it's time. I'm excited to talk about a couple of these albums, since I am sadly being rushed on my own video, since people got, you know, places to be minus me. Having that said, I'm gonna start with my honorable mentions, and my honorable mentions are albums that I wanted to listen to, but I could not get to them in time, which fucking sucks. So I have
albums you didn't even listen to on this list.
Yeah, 6. What do you mean you have, like, Justin? If you don't get the love and passion, you gonna get the love and like, there's a passion in this. Do you want to get on this same passionate level with me? Do you want to get on a romantic level with me with this music shit?
I'm putting my hair.
Seriously?
I'm dead.
You ain't even hear my like sentimental message?
You want to get passionate about music?
Yeah, can we like get passionate about music together? I mean, damn. We can't like hold hand in hand like, yeah, I fuck with that, and he'd be like, yeah, I fuck with that too.
No, just putting albums you didn't even listen to is like next level glazing.
What do you mean it's next level glazing? See, niggas can't even appreciate shit in 2025 anymore. It's like, damn, we can't appreciate artists. Then
This is 2024, by the way. This is gonna be 2024.
Then like niggas like that, then niggas be like, oh, we need to support artists way more because they don't be getting paid a lot anymore. So it's like, can niggas just support? Like, damn. All right, number 47 to 41. So I think some of these might still get a video, but I don't know. Niggas need to let me down in the comments. So 47 match homie, hashtag rich ass Haitian. 46 Logic Ultra 85. I might listen to that when we get out of here, potentially. 45 Jordy Greep, The New Sound. 44 Porter Robinson, Smile. 43 Billie Eilish, Hit Me and Soft. Beyonce, Cowboy Carter. And those are my honorable mentions. I could not listen to those albums.
I cannot believe you didn't listen to Billie Eilish.
Why can't you believe that?
That's just crazy to me. What, go off?
I am gonna go off. There's other albums that were just occupying my attention, and sadly, I don't really be listening to Billie Eilish like that. I think one of her albums was on my albums of the year one year, I think, but I can't remember. So, with that being said, Justine, it is time to officially start getting into my top odd number 41 albums of the year. And to kick off my top 41 albums of the year, which I will not spiel on too much since someone has to be somewhere. So number 41, I'm actually gonna say like the genre of these things too, just in case people want to know. So number 41, this is Japanese R&B, Satoko Shibata, Your Favorite Things. Number 41, I don't even know what this genre is, but all I know is I listen to the album a lot. The Last Dinner Party, Prelude to Ecstasy. 39, Japanese Punk, Bis, Nevermind. 38, Stacy, Metamorphic, K-pop. Number 37, Japanese Pop, Roro Rose, Hito. I forget how to speak Japanese. I forgot how to read it. So yeah, but I do know the first syllables. And Hito Bito. Number 36. I'm pretty sure this is, I don't even know what genre this is too, but I listen to the album a lot. Juju, 13-inch Frank Beltram Italian stiletto with bison horn grips. 35. I think this is experimental Korean pop. Jack Quee, Dirty Mirror Selfie. Number 34. Ali X, Girl with No Face, pop. 33, Artems, K-pop, Doll. 32, Country, Adrienne Lanker, Bright Future. Number 30, Japanese City Pop, Nano Ayasaka, I Am an Idol. Number 29, Action Bronson, Johann Sebastian, Baklava, The Doctor, hip hop. Number 28, IDK, Bravado plus Intimo, hip hop. Number 27, Rhapsody, Please Don't Cry, hip hop. Raven Lene, Bird's Eye, R&B. Number 25, Kelly Moran, Moves in the Field. I think that is like instrumental piano. Number 24, Vince Staples, Dark Times, hip hop. I know that album a lot of people are going to have on their top 10 hip hop albums probably, but me, I don't even know how many hip hop albums I even have on here. I'm not going to lie. Number 23, Brittany Howard, What Now, Rock. Number 22, No Worries, Anderson .Paak and Knowledge, Wylot, hip hop R&B. 21, Common, The Auditorium Volume 1, old head hip hop. Number 20, Joey Vance and Bray, No Hands, hip hop, electro pop, dance, Bussy. 19, Raven Lene, no, not Raven Lene, fuck. 19, Ravina, Where the Butterflies Go in the Rain. I think that's R&B, I don't know. 18, The Maria Submarine. Number 17, Claro Charm. Number 16, Agenda and 030, Agenda, Ya. K-pop, New Jack Swing. Number 15, Denzel Curry, King of the Mischievous South, Volume 2. Hip Cock. Number 14, Schoolboy Q, Blue Lips. I literally listened to this album, I think, I'm not even trolling, I think I listened to this album like 6 days ago. And I already played it like 6 times. I think I might display some of my plays on some of these albums on this shit. 13, Tyler the Creator, Chromacopia. Again, another album I played a lot. I played this album, and for it only coming out 2 months ago, I put a lot of plays into this thing. I'm gonna put the plays underneath because I actually listen to it a lot. It's got a lot of singles that I like off of it. I mean, I literally replayed one single from the album 4 times on video, so it was a really good album. Hopefully, Justine. What'd you say?
Was it Sticky? Was that the album or the song you played 4 times on video? Probably.
I said album single. I didn't say that album. And matter of fact, Justine, I just want you to know the level of hate I have. I hope you know that Sexy Red is blocked on my Spotify. So because she's blocked on my Spotify, every single thing known to man of her music will not ever play on my Spotify.
What about What You Know About Me?
I don't know that song.
Yeah, you do. You literally posted on Twitter saying.
Are you okay? Like, are we really about to bring this up right now?
Yes.
I mean, even though I like that song is still gonna be muted because I got her blocked. So like, no matter what, no matter if Sexy Red is featured on anything, them songs is great the fuck out. I gotta protect my mental health. I can't be letting that Monkey Magnet music up in my ear. I'm sorry. Number 12, Freddie Gibbs, You Only Die Once, Hip Hop. Number 11, Blood Incantation, Absolute Elsewhere, Rock. Number 10, time to start getting greasy. Time to start busting a couple nuts. Why are you rubbing your hands?
Because you rubbing your hands.
Number 10, I kind of really want to swap this around so bad, but I'm not. Childish Gambino, Bando Stone, and The New World. Once again, I feel like I recorded that, obviously, right? I feel like that album for my channel is a certified hood classic. If you haven't watched my Childish Gambino, Bando Stone, and The New World review, you need to go watch that right now. I feel like that is a certified Mr. 2K God Hall of Fame video, which I have a playlist of all of my Hall of Fame videos, by the way. So if y'all niggas have not watched that, that's a Hall of Fame video. Once again, a lot of favorite songs off of here. I feel like Justine will like one of these songs because it has her fucking Prince and King, Dirty Ass Yeet. So, you know, there's a couple songs that I love on here. Justine, don't do that. Don't do that. We don't fuck with Yeet around here. That's why his girl broke up. That's why his girl broke up with him, because he cheated on her.
Well, we don't know the facts on that.
We know the
around here.
Nah, we know the facts. That man over there cheating. Anyways, so yeah, and also I want to also preference these top 10 albums. Actually, the last 11 albums. The top 11 albums are all like 8.5 out of 10. The first 2 albums might be a 10 out of 10 in my book, but I don't know. They're still at a 9.5 for me. Another Mr. 2K God certified hood classic and another Mr. 2K God Hall of Fame video. I'm gonna have to put Kendrick Lamar GNX. I was shaking my rump shaker on that video a little bit. There's a lot of songs that I play from off of there. Squabble Up is a banger. TV Off is a banger. Whacked Out Murals is a banger. Luther is a banger. I mean, that bitch got a lot of bangers. Hopefully in the month of January we see Justine shaking her thing to that album, but right now, you know, we just gotta play make believe and pretend. So Kendrick Lamar, GNX. Number 9. Number 8, Fontaine's DC.
No, what are you doing?
What do you mean, what am I doing?
You're just gonna say your whole list?
Yeah.
What happened to the back and forth? Or you just want to go through your entire list and not let me say anything? Because I can just leave if you want this video to be about you.
What the fuck you mean? You were over there. Can I get some shine too?
What you mean? You just listed 30 albums while I've been here not saying a damn word. We've literally been filming for like almost 20 minutes and it's just been you.
Justine, it hasn't been. Justine, we're not gonna do our usual arguments on this channel.
Fucking crazy. Do you want the video to just be you? Should I leave?
No. So
Dude.
what do you mean?
You started just going down.
Pause. What do you mean I started going down? Going down on what?
Now going down the list. You fucking started saying number 8. Oh, fuck you.
Well, Justine, what's your number 10?
Does it
well,
matter?
well, rewind matter. You told me not to spiel too much, so like I was getting through me not spieling too much.
Well, yeah, but so we can get to the 10 and we can do our thing.
Oh yeah, bust that thing. Bust that thing. Bust that thing. Let's go.
Why'd you piss me off?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
You irritated me.
for going down to number 7? Seriously?
Yes, I have shit I have to talk about too.
You and Kodak Black got something in common.
I don't even feel like doing it anymore.
All right, now you being extra. Like what?
I wish you could truly understand that you annoyed the fuck out of me with doing that. Can you like apologize?
I'm sorry, Justine.
So I had two albums here that I couldn't decide which one I wanted to do as number 10. One of them you mentioned already, but I decided that I was gonna do this one as number 10, and I'll say the honorable mention first. But this one was like I was going back and forth by adding these on 10, so I guess this one would be 11. It's No Hands. Joey, I don't know how to say his name. Joey Valence and Bray.
Yeah.
So I had originally like listened to that album because I saw that Tara Reid was like featured on it. So I listened to that song, and then I had a couple of friends who like recommended me to listen to it, and it was really good. Remind me of like Beastie Boys for sure, but it was really good. Well, I guess I won't say too much about that one because that's just like the honorable mention. But it was really good. It was fun. It was something like kind of like newer for me, I guess. I never listened to those artists anyway, so I became a fan of them through that album. Okay, but my actual number 10, and I already know you're gonna hate this, but
I mean, Justine, if you want to get put on some more, you know, we could just do a jam session, you know.
Okay, so my actual number 10, I know that you're gonna hate this, but I'm gonna say it anyways. It's I don't know why I feel like pulling up the albums as I talk about them so I can like look at the songs and stuff. Okay, it's Mr. Beat the Road.
Huh?
It's by Boss Fan D-Lo. And every time I play him, you're always like, turn that off. Turn that shit off. Turn that off. No, but I feel like he had a really good year. Like you won't understand some of the lore around him, but basically,
I don't give a damn about none of that lore.
Okay, it's not that. But basically, well, all of his songs are really good. And it wasn't this song wasn't on the album, but it was still like he just had like a big year. Okay, basically, you know the Menendez brothers Netflix thing with like
yeah,
the thing with Nicholas Chavez. So basically one of his songs became like so fucking viral that like because someone made an edit of Nicholas Chavez over him. Oh, edit of the year. Anyways, but anyways, he had such a big year. He had so many standout songs on this album. Getting With Me was really popular. Mr. Pot Scraper, Talk My Shit, Piss Me Off. I really like this album. It definitely is something that I play in like my car like very consistently. And it just put me in a good mood, and it just made me feel like I'm that bitch when I listen to it. So
damn, you finally like got a man rapper where you listen to him, you like, damn, I feel like that bitch. Well, usually women do that for you. So
not like that. Not in like the way that like Megan Thee Stallion makes me feel like I'm that bitch, but like. So
you don't feel like an empowered bitch. Like what kind of bitch do you feel like?
No, like I feel like I take a more masculine stance when I'm listening to this album. Like I can't say I'm that man because like I'm not, but like
You that you that nigga?
Basically, yeah. That's how I feel when I'm listening to it.
So in other words, you feel black when listening to the album.
No, relax.
Yeah, that's basically what you said. You feel like that nigga when you listen to the album. That's what you said. Oh, fuck. So is that what you meant by when I said, like, oh, I know damn well you be saying the N-word when you be listening to some black music?
I mean, that's not the only artist I listen to that says the N-word. There's plenty of others.
Oh yeah, I know, but like I feel like you be reciting it with the lyrics, and then but when you in public, you just like censor it.
Okay, Miles, what's your number 9?
Number 9 is Kendrick Lamar GNX.
My number 9 you already mentioned as well. It's Charm by Clairo. I love her. She's just like so like cute, girly indie pop. Like she's so relatable, and I feel like she's just been consistent for so many years now. It's crazy because I feel like she's so consistent, but in other ways I do kind of feel like she's slept on. So she's like a medium of that. Like she's popular and she does get like a lot of like people listening to her, but I don't really ever like hear her on people's like, oh, this is like one of my all-time favorite artists, or like I feel like she's never in like the album of the year conversation. But I feel like she's very, very consistent, and I just feel like she's been consistent for years and she's just getting better, and that was a very good album. So I shout out my girl Clairo.
Let me tell you something, Justine. As long as these niggas is around, Clairo's not gonna get a lot of love. I agree with you though. But as long as these motherfuckers, Glorilla and all these other rappers are around, Clairo gonna get slept on. But I agree. Number eight, Fontaine's DC Romance. That's rock. I mean, just like I said, I feel like this isn't like 2020 or 2021. Like, yeah, I really like a lot of these albums, but I feel like I feel like it's probably been 4 years or maybe even 3 years where there's like an album where I feel intense emotions. I feel like there's only one album on here where I felt intense emotions, and that album isn't even my number 1 album. So, you know, that was an extremely good album. It does have one of my top singles of the year, but you know, I don't really have much to say about that album.
I think all of these last 3 artists have all been like, this is all their first year on being on my top. Number 8. It's Glorious by Glorilla. And I feel like she's another person that had like a real like big year for her. Like I feel like she proved herself in a lot of ways. She had so many like big singles. This album had a lot of like really good features on it. Again, I know you're not gonna like it, but it had a lot of features. This feature with Sexy Red was What You Know About Me was one of my favorite songs this year. So
fuck you, fuck you mean what you just say? Rewind what you say about me?
So you're not gonna like it?
Not gonna like what?
I don't know. I just feel like you don't like artists like this.
Oh dang, Justine. So you hear me being racist all the time? You just think I don't like black music? I'll have you know.
No, but there's like a lot of artists on here that you don't like.
I'll have you know, I gave this album a 6 out of 10. So I actually did like it.
That's not a good rating.
Yes, it is.
So if it's not even a 7, then nah. So she has a lot of features: Sexy Red feature, Megan Thee Stallion, Boss Man D-Lo. Like it was a good album, but I feel like just in general she had just like such a big year. Obviously TGIF was a huge song for her, like popped off. But yeah, I really like her. I feel like in the past I didn't really like give her too much credit, or like I wasn't really like super crazy about her sound, her actual like voice, but I really like that album. I liked a lot of the songs, and she has really good lyrics too. Like shout out her.
Can you recite some for me?
Miles, what's your number 7?
Can you recite me some for me and leave in a couple words that you know you shouldn't say?
No.
I'm telling you, like the essays can for sure say the N-word. Like I've been on this like protest for like the last year. The essays was banging with the niggas up in Brooklyn, and when the niggas back in the day was hanging with the essays, like they like just came a claim to it. Like look at 6ix9ine, he not barely around anymore, but he was flinging that N-word around like his parents was black.
That is the last person I want to be anything like.
Number 7, Lupe Fiasco, Samurai. Again, this was pretty much like the Common album. Like, it's some old head shit, you know. I like old head shit. I feel like this is the shortest album on my list. It's only 8 songs, about 25-29 minutes. Really like the album. Lupe is easily one of the most consistent rappers in probably the last 19 years, I guess. And yeah, I like this way more than his last album. I can't remember if I had his last album on my albums of the year last year, but Lupe Fiasco Samurai, the single Samurai is hard as fuck as well. I mean, all the songs on there are hard as fuck. So Lupe Fiasco Samurai.
So my number 7. It's someone who is just so talented, so dreamy.
All right, you on his dick, like you riding that shit. Like seriously, you on his dick. Like you don't even gotta say his name. Like I already know who you're talking about. Ain't that sad that I already know who you're talking about? I'm gonna show you a high level of respect, and I'm not even gonna say the artist you're gonna say.
The only reason that his other album is not on my list is because I haven't listened to it, but I will be listening to it. Why are you texting me? I hate you. So, number 7 is 2093 by Yeet.
Honestly, I probably should have added that on my list. Number 42, Yeet 2093.
I feel like this album is like, okay. I feel like there's so many like standouts on this album, and I feel like this album was very experimental, and it's kind of like one of those where I feel like at first people were kind of like, no. I mean, even at first when I listened to it, I was like,
Oh yeah, I remember that because I edited that video.
So basically, like I was saying, a lot of standout singles, a lot of experimenting on here. And I just like how it was different. Like it wasn't, even though he could just stay with his original formula. What the fuck are you doing? Even though he could just stay with his original formula, I like that he's like switching it up. And I love the whole concept of this album. And I even used this album as inspiration for one of my like clothing drops, because I like the whole like futuristic 2093 like.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
So this is my brand. This is how I got some inspo from Yeet. Yeah, so I had a clothing drop for my brand Strangers. I called it Interstellar Future, and I definitely took. This picture is so tough too. I definitely took inspiration from, shout out, you know, some slight, but I definitely took inspo from Yeet for that collection. I just love him. He's a trendsetter. My number 6. Not
many people are gonna know about this artist. I don't even think. I think a couple. Like I saw someone comment about this artist on my 10 by 10 albums when I uploaded that picture a couple days ago. Number 6 is Sumin miniseries 2. Once again, it's like K-pop house. I really liked the first miniseries of her and Slom. Not really much to say because I just really like the album, and not only that, I need to learn Korean so I could really understand the album even more. So, but if you like to dance, if you like to shake your rump shaker, you know, you like to shake that cellulite, make that thing jiggle and work, I'd say give the album a listen. You know, it's got a lot of chill songs on there too. So yeah, that's my number 6.
Okay. Number 6 for me. I'm actually surprised. Well, maybe not, but yeah, well, I guess I'm a little surprised you didn't mention this at all, but number 6 is We Don't Trust You.
I was thinking about it. I was thinking about it.
I just feel like obviously that album, well, we already know everything that sparked from that album, but I just feel like I mean, besides sparking so much beef, the album I think was pretty solid. Definitely like some classics on there that I listen to still, to like literally on the drive over here was listening to. So obviously Metro's been consistent. Future's like literally I feel like always pretty consistent in my opinion, but Metro's been consistent too, and they're a good duo, and I think out of the 2 albums I like that one better.
Dang, can I add that in? Is it too late?
No, you can add it in.
Oh, Justine, thank you. Yeah, I'm adding in. I'm adding in We Don't Trust You, but if I'm adding in, it's gonna be like at the bottom half, like somewhere around like 35, 40.
This album really just helped justify me saying type shit as much as I do. So
Yeah, I'm gonna also add on to that as well. If it was not for that album, we 100,000% would have not gotten the Kendrick and Drake beef. So I also did like that album. I'm be completely honest. I for fucking got all about it. I'm gonna keep it a bean, but I did give it a 7 out of 10. But most of these albums on here are 7 out of 10s and above. So I mean, I feel like that was a good album that they did drop. Respectfully, we need a Metro Boomin and 21 Savage album again because it has been almost 5 years. So, but I mean, Future's cool, you know. So yeah, that's my opinion on that album. Number 5. This is where things start to get a little creamy. Number 5, this album, I don't know if I put this album. No, I don't know if I put this artist. I know I did because their last album, I'm pretty sure I gave it 8 out of 10. But Mavi Shadowbox, I did record a video for that. It is up on Mr. 2K God 2 if you have not seen. I don't know if that album is a certified hood classic reaction, but I still listen to that man's fucking second album. That was actually my most played album of the year this year. His second album, which came out 2 years ago. Once again, one of the best. I guess it's abstract rap. I don't really know. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is abstract rap. But number 5, Mavi. Once again, another deep, emotional album. I know a lot of people will say that it's hard for him to surpass his first album. I feel like this album has the potential to do that, but I don't know if it will. So that is my 5th album, Mavi Shadowbox.
You mentioned this one, but it was on your list that you didn't listen to. So maybe this will convince you to listen to it. But number 5 for me is "Hit Me Hard and Soft" by Billie Eilish.
Bussers.
It's so good. I'm not even a really big like Billie Eilish person in general. I feel like she has a lot of good singles, but I was never like crazy about any of her albums before. I think this is her best one to date, which
There are a lot of
it's
people
probably
saying
I think this might be the shortest as well too. But there is a lot of good songs on here. I feel like this album was written after like one of her like breakups, and you can tell. And I feel like that's kind of low key when artists make some of their best music. But there's so many good ones. I mean, obviously "Birds of a Feather" is such a big single, one of my favorite songs of the year too. "The Greatest" is a really good song. I can barely even listen to that song without crying. But it's really good. I feel like the whole project is really ties in together well, and even though it's short, I think it captured what she was trying to do very perfectly. And I didn't get to see her tour this year. I'm really sad about it, but I would have loved to. And she's definitely like an artist that I think I have to see, like, hands down in my life, because I feel like her performance would be outstanding. But yeah, it was a great album, and I think it deserved all the hype and flowers that it got.
Number 4, I am not gonna lie. This album right here, I'm actually sad it's all the way at 4, because honestly, this album would have been number 1. But then I started thinking about things, and I was like, I don't know if it's better than that album. I don't know if it's better than that album. This artist had me extremely emotional one day. I was just in bed. I'm like, man, this artist is actually genuinely fucking talented. They come from an extremely big family, and I feel like even with their big ass family name, we don't ever say, oh wow, she's the daughter of such and such, and she's and their parents overshadowing her name. And I'm glad that her parents' name does not overshadow her music, because I feel like a lot of people do not talk about her parents when it does come to her music. Number 4, Willow and Pathogen. That album, I really wanted to put that album number 1, because I swear that was the album that I literally would go to work listening to. And that was the album that I would literally probably damn near listen to for my whole entire work shift. And I was listening to it a couple of days, and I was like, man, this girl is so talented, because her fucking parents are Will Smith, one of the biggest actors in rappers of all time, and her mother is fucking Jada Pinkett Smith, and I don't ever really hear people say, oh, that's Will Smith's daughter, blah blah blah. Like, it's just nothing but people giving her props and saying like, yo, she's actually a really good artist. And I'm glad to say that she's a really good artist. Like, I'm pretty sure she plays the drums and guitar and stuff like that. I'm not sure, but a lot of the songs on here did make my top songs of the year. And I'm still so glad that I listened to it in time, because this is like, if these other 3 albums didn't release, then I would have for sure put it at number 1, because I really did like that album.
Okay, my number 4, you mentioned already. There's reasons why this is so high for me too. So, number 4 for me is King of the Mischievous South Volume 2 by Denzel. And the reason why I put that so high is because I actually like that Denzel went like back to his roots for this album. I love that like Memphis sound, obviously with Glorilla being on my list as well too. That's pretty obvious. But I love the inspo that he pulled from that album. I obviously fucking love like Memphis, the 3-6 vibe, like all of that he put on there. I love it. I also loved like all the artists that he put on this album as well too.
Justine, you got me. He had Maxo Cream, Ski
Maxo
on that
Cream,
bitch.
Cream, the Mexican OT, or that Mexican OT, ASAP. And then obviously I liked the narration throughout it as well too. It was so good. That was one I found myself listening to so much, and I feel like I haven't really listened to that like genre as much lately. Like it's like a sound that's really like near and dear to my heart, but I felt like I hadn't listened to it in a long time. I kind of like, I don't know, in a sense kind of just got a bit bored of it, and I feel like that album reignited my love for this sound. And I also really like how Denzel, from his last album, and how like serious that one was, and how deep that one, and how great that one was. I think it's cool to see him again come out with something like a little bit lighter and a little bit more, I would say, like listenable, in the sense of like listenable around people, easy to digest, easy to listen to around others, easy to put on at any time. But yeah, it's a great album. So many great features. Put me on to a couple people that I really hadn't like listened to that much. That Mexican OT, even Tia Kareen, I really only knew a couple singles from. But yeah, it's a great album. Really did that sound justice. And then obviously we had Skinny Pimp narrating it. Project Pat was on it, so it was just done right, and I really enjoyed it. So that's why that's number 4 for me.
My top 3, I'm just gonna say this right now, all of these albums right here are certified Mr. 2K Godhood classics. These are all Hall of Fame reactions.
I feel like this is maybe where we start arguing.
What the fuck do you mean this is where we start arguing? I already know what 2 out of your 3 is. I don't know what another one would be, but I already know 2 out of 3 of them.
Okay.
And I'm already gonna name one of them, but the other 2 ain't on my list. I know for sure.
Okay.
This album right here, this is, like I said, this is a Mr. 2K God Hall of Fame video. This was not uploaded on my main channel. For people that want to know where to watch this, it's on my second channel. I was front and center when this motherfucking album dropped. I'm pretty sure her last album was one of my albums of the year in 2022, but I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it was, yeah. I had to watch back on our older video, but Charlie XCX, Brat. If the second album that on my list did never drop, I would for sure say that this was the best pop album of the year. It's actually kind of crazy. That this is like literally her biggest fucking album, which I'm extremely shocked at. I feel like this album right here, which again shocks me a lot, really made her like more of a household name. It still makes it crazy. But one thing that shocks me is that she came in on a fucking Iggy Azalea song, and that's how she first fucking came in. And I would have never, ever expected her to be not only double times as big as Iggy Azalea, but like way more fucking talented. So that album has a lot of good songs, and it's like I said, it's a certified hood classic for me. It's a certified hood classic on video for me. So like, if you haven't seen me react to that album, head on over to the second channel, because there's a lot of songs on there that I really do fucking like. There's a lot of songs on there you could dance to. There's a couple songs on there that are extremely emotional. There are vulnerable songs on there. I can even go off the top which ones are vulnerable. If an artist passed away, these labels need to do a better job. I say that because one of the songs on the album was dedicated to Sophie, and I heard that her recent posthumous album wasn't really that good. So, you record labels need to do a little bit better. Oh, Justine, what's your number 3?
You're not gonna like this at all.
Sorry, I know your top 2. I don't know this one.
Yeah, you don't know this one. Well, I don't think it'll surprise you.
Justine, I swear to fucking God. I swear to God, this next person better not begin with the letter M. I swear to fucking God.
With the letter what?
M. Okay, thank God.
No.
Okay, thank God.
Who do you think it is?
Thank God. I'll once you name the album, I'll tell you who.
Okay, my number 3. Let me just show you.
I pray to fucking God. Did Sexy Red drop anything this year? I hope she fucking didn't. We can end the video right here. We can end it.
No, we're not ending that. Hold on.
We can end it. This has been your boy, Mr. 2K God.
No.
Like you were doing so good until we got to this point. Not the regular version, but the fucking deluxe. Like, you should be ashamed of yourself.
Okay,
You should be
so number 3.
you're trolling.
Him.
You're trolling.
Number 3 is Valedictorian by Ian, the deluxe version. He was on my top streamed artists this year. Yeet was number 1 because obviously. But Ian was number 5, and considering the fact that I literally just found out about him in 2024, that's pretty good, like, to be that high up. He's touring soon. I'm gonna go see him. This album's so good. I don't care what anybody says. This album's so good. There's so many standout songs. He is very similar to Yeet, but I do think he has his own, I think he has his own unique style. Lyrically, I don't think, they sound similar, but I think lyrically they say a lot of different things. But yeah, I think he has a good trajectory. The only reason his other album also isn't on here either, because I also don't listen to his new album yet, but I will, don't worry. But I love Ian. I think people who hate on him are just old heads, and you guys just need to expand your palette a bit. And he's so good. So he's his album's gotta be number 3. I listened to it so much.
There's literally only one good song he has, and that's the song with Yachty.
I mean, that song's good, but that's not the only good song he has. That's not even close to. That's not even his top 5.
We're over here talking about top 5 Ian songs.
What? He's so good.
Yeah. Oh man, Justine, you were doing so good. I thought you were gonna fucking say Meg Thee Stallion.
No, but I do love Meg. I do love Meg.
Number 2, another once again certified Mr. 2K God hood classic, a video you should 100,000% go and watch. I know 100,000% their last album was in my albums of the year in 2022. This is the best pop album of the year. Just like I said, I feel bad for Charlie because I think these are, I'm not gonna say they're tied, no. But Magdalena Bay, Imaginal Disc, once again, just like the Tyler the Creator video, a lot of good top singles off of there. If you watch the video, you obviously saw me play Death and Romance probably 3 or 4 times in the video. That album is just an extremely good experience. For people that complain about pop, I feel like y'all should probably listen to this album. Y'all should listen to Charlie XCX, Brett, and I feel like both of those albums would give a lot of people a extremely different perspective of what pop is. I see a lot of you Twitter demons also complaining about this album and how people are overrating it, but I don't feel like people are overrating this thing. I've been listening to it a lot ever since it dropped. All the singles were extremely good. I knew right when all the singles were dropping one by one. I knew we were getting a certified hood classic, and it's not gonna get as much love as Charlie XCX because it's not like it's dance pop or like electro pop or like pop that you hear in like the club or something like that. I mean, maybe you might hear a couple, but I feel like go listen to this shit. It's good. Listen.
Send me the link to the album. I want to check it out if you have all this good stuff to say about it. Especially if it's beating out Brat, which goes into my number 2, which is Brat by Charlie XCX. For being such a simple, like, her albums, how they're just like the color and whatever it is, that fucking Brat Green took over this summer and this year. It was, I mean, so many articles name Brat as like the top fucking album of the year. I honestly need to listen to more Charlie because I have heard people say that she has better albums than Brat, but Brat is just like the one I love Brat. 360 was my number 1 played song of the entire year. So I mean, she's just so iconic. She's so talented. She just really has her own like spin on pop music, and I think she's so talented, and the whole Brat movement was just so big this year. It's like you can't even deny how big it was. So I loved it. Listened to it literally to this day. We'll continue listening to it. Yeah, it was one of my absolute favorite albums this year. Shout out Charlie. I'd also say that, but the fact that she remixed it into her like Brat, it's completely different, but also still Brat. That was so fucking genius, and I really like what she said about like music in general. And she's like, sometimes I hate that like a song is like set in stone, and like I like how she did that album and she like added so much more to the songs and made it different, but it still had that similar sound. But then there was all these fun features, and it just shows how fucking talented she is, and I love her. I will say though, Guess, overrated as fuck. Just because it had Billie Eilish. I didn't really like. I Guess is okay, but I feel like people were like glazing that song too much, in my opinion. It's not even near one of the best songs on the album.
Oh, Justine, I feel like we both know our number ones. Do you know my number 1?
Well, I know you know mine. I don't think I have any idea what your number 1 is.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Seriously, Justine? Seriously?
Oh wait, I have an idea. No, I think I do know what your number 1 is.
Number 1, once again, a lot of these albums I'm now just realizing, like, this is how you know that these albums should be on my albums of the year, because like I feel like a lot of these albums, I feel like they had such good videos for me on the channel, like on all of my channels. Like there is at least 6 or 7 albums on here where I say like go relive the first reaction again, because this album for sure, I feel like all albums or videos I do on this artist are always certified hood classics. So
wait, it's Vultures, right?
I'm surprised that wasn't on your list.
Anyways,
I didn't do worst albums of the year this year, but this year I'm doing it. Oh man, Vultures is fucking that joint, man. Nah, that shit ass. It's horrible.
It's pretty good actually.
Oh, pretty good. Why wasn't it on your list?
Because it wasn't top 10.
Oh, but you picked Ian over fucking Kanye?
Yes. I'm not picking Ian as an artist over Kanye. I'm picking Valedictorian as a better. It's about best albums, but also I feel like it's more than just music when I'm picking like best albums. Like that's why also Brat was so big for me, because
it's about like
it's
about like your enjoyment level.
Yeah, and it's like I feel like I can think of like all 5 years later think of Brat when I listen to Brat, and I'll think of like this year and like all the times that I like listened to it and like that time frame in my life. And I'll do that same thing with Valedictorian. I will literally like, oh, I remember when that first came out, like shit was so good. Like, you know, I do that with a lot of Yeats albums too. Like, man, I remember when 2093 dropped, or I remember when fucking this album. You know what I mean? So I feel like when it can do that for you, that's also like a big sign.
Yeah, and when you like listen to the album and you just like know what track is coming next. Number one, like I said, certified Mr. 2K Godhood classic. This is a Hall of Fame Mr. 2K God reaction video. JPEG Mafia, I Lay My Life for You. I think I spent like either like a month or two going back and forth between the Magdalena Bay and this one, but I play this album way more than any other album this year, and it's kind of
that one.
yeah, and it's kind of no surprise. I have been listening to this album almost every single day ever since it dropped. All the singles are extremely good. You know, you got a lot of songs on here you can dance to. You even got some vulnerable tracks on here too. Do I feel like it's his best? I don't know, cause I listen to all his other albums, but I don't really listen to them as much as this one. But I do know people will probably say LP is better, but I feel like if LP had like a competitor and an album to battle with in his discography, I feel like it would be this one. And my favorite songs off this album, Sin Mato is my favorite. JPEG Ultra is also one of my favorites. Ex-Military is also one of my favorites. Don't Rely on Other Men is one of my favorites. And yeah, I got a lot of favorite tracks off this thing. So yeah, JPEG Mafia, I Lay My Life Down for You is my number one album of the year. And to add on to what Justine just said a few seconds ago, it doesn't matter how big an artist is. It doesn't matter how small an artist is. What matters the most is if you enjoy these goddamn albums. That's what matters the most. Like, I didn't go through this and say, oh, this artist is bigger than this one, or oh, this artist is smaller than this one, they deserve love. Like, no, this is all off of pure enjoyment. This is all off of how much I listened to a certain specific album or how much I felt about a certain specific album. And I know Justine probably feels the same exact way. So when it comes to my music, and I'm pretty sure it's the same for other people too, like it don't matter if the artist is big or small. It's like all that matters is if it's good music or not. That's all that matters.
True. And music is subjective, so I mean, obviously there's certain things where you can like, yeah, this is a good produced album, or this is lyrically good, but in terms of like, oh, this is better, this is whatever, it's subjective. Oh, my number one, I know you already know it, Miles. I know you already know it. My number one.
What pop artist is number one?
Short and sweet. Sweet and short. Sabrina Carpenter.
Yeah, I knew that.
It's okay, so it's a short album. And it's like so perfect. Every single song is so perfect on that album. Like the Sabrina, okay, Sabrina's like kind of like Charlie, where I feel like she's been making, okay, not like Charlie, but like in the sense of like they've been making music for a long time, but I feel like just this year was both of theirs like real big like breakout year where like everybody was talking about them and everybody knew about them. I mean, I think those two had arguably the most popular albums of the year. But Sabrina Carpenter, dude, I love her. Just her songwriting, to her humor that's in her songwriting, to she's so fucking relatable. Like when I went to her concert this year, so okay, obviously you can't go to every single concert. You can't see every single person that you want to see. So the top three that I really wanted to see in concerts this year was Sabrina, Charlie, or Billie. And it was so hard making the decision on like who to see, but I decided to see Sabrina because Sweet and Short was just such, it was just, everyone was going crazy about Sabrina Carpenter, and I just felt like this was her year, and I was like, I need to see it. But when I was at that concert, I literally like lost my voice from screaming and yelling so loud. It was so amazing. I love her so much. I feel like, I don't know, sometimes I feel like she can get herself into some controversies with like some of her lyrics or stage performances or whatever, but I love her. I like how she's just like unapologetically herself. I think she's very sexy and confident, and I think people hate to see a sexy, confident woman, and they want to say things and they want to tear her down, but I think she's true to who she is. I think she's confident in who she is. I think she has great sex appeal without. You can have sex appeal without being a certain way, and I think that she's just very like elegant. She has her fucking aesthetic down to the T. She's the best pop girl this year, like hands down. This was her year. So, and her album was very short and very sweet and very fitting to the to what it was called. But yeah, I love Sabrina. I am so excited to continue following her and where her music journey goes next. And I feel like, yeah, she's got literally the world in the palm of her hands, and I'm excited to see where she goes from there. So yes, Sabrina Carpenter, love her. Every time I listen to her album too, made me feel like that bitch, that fucking bitch.
Oh, so you don't feel like
So.
it don't make you feel like that bitch like how when you listen to Boss Man D-Lo?
Not the same. No, not the same.
Yeah, and Boss Man D-Lo make you want to say a couple niggas or two.
It's a spectrum. I'm on
A
both sides.
spectrum?
I could be listening like to the most hood shit, and then I could be listening to like Sabrina Carpenter.
Men, get you a privacy screen.